Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate marking out a mortise for a mortise and tenon joint. So to do that, I am going to need the mortise gauge, which is here. So I'll just give you the parts of the mortise gauge. There's the stem, the stock, there's the 2 pins here, and the thumb gauge. And when using this, you need to make sure that the stock is always up against face side and face edge of your piece. The next thing I'm going to use is the chisel for taking out the mortise trench, and I'm just going to use that to make sure that the mortise gauge is set to the right size. So as you can see, I have face side and face edge, and I have the overall dimension of my mortise. So then I will go to setting the mortise gauge. So there is 2 measurements, so from the stock to the pin, and then the width of the mortise, which is between the 2 pins. So to set that, just loosen this one here, and this thumb screw down at the bottom is what moves the pin. If you can see, the bottom pin moves up and the bottom pin moves back down again as I'm turning it. So I want to set it to the exact size of the chisel that I'm going to be using. So if I just put it in between the 2 pins, that's still a bit small. And you just want it fitting in between the tips of the pins, not to be able to slide down in between them. So I am going to go with that. So that's that set, and then I want to set this to 10 mil from the stock to the first pin. So I just hold it up there, and it is at 10, and you want to make sure that again the top of the pin is just what is on the 10, and tighten it up using this. Once you tighten it, you should probably just check again that it is still set at 10, because sometimes it can move. So now I have the mortise gauge set, and I'm going to put my piece in the vise. I always just have face edge up against the inside of the vise. It's handier to know where it is. So that's just tight there, and I'm just leaving that up a little bit so that I can fit the mortise gauge here. So the first thing you want to do is create 2 just little holes with the pins down there, so that when you're sliding it down, you know where to stop. So I'm going to come back here. Always move the tool away from your body so that you don't stab yourself with pins or cut yourself or something like that. And I'll just go over it again so you can see it. And it just stops there in the 2 pins at the bottom.